All right. Hello. Welcome to Connolly Outdoors. Well, we're going to wait just a few seconds for a few people to join us here. Hopefully you can hear me. Should be fine. Let me know if somebody let me know if the audio is good. Give me a thumbs up or something. Greetings. All right, there we go. Hello. Well, Liam and I are out, and I'm going to be honest with you. This is a very difficult camp. We're car camping. Video and audio are good. Great. I've got a tiny little light on me. I'm actually in my car. We're car camping. It's about minus 15. It's probably going to go down to minus 20, minus 25. We've been sitting outside the whole time since we got here. This is the first time we've sat in the vehicle to warm up because we just thought, as much as I wanted to sit out by the fire, what's happening is both of us are struggling with our batteries for filming because we're using so much power filming that the cold is just stripping down the battery so quickly that it's difficult for us to keep up. We're constantly charging our phones because we both just use our phones. And anyways, I thought if I'm sitting outside doing a live stream in that cold, it's going to die quick and there's not going to be much of a live stream. So we're warming up. We're in the vehicle. And Liam is in here with me. If you want to say hi to him, say hello, Liam.
Oh, coming from that side. That's weird. Hello. Sorry, it's like inverted. It's confusing me.
We are not far from our home. Somebody just said, where is this week's adventure coming from? We are at Valens Conservation Area. It's beautiful here. We love it here. It's a fantastic place. Really enjoy camping here. But this camp is difficult with the cold, man. And we do have a fire. We got a buddy heater. But even with those two things going, it's incredibly cold. So I think I'll move in just a tiny bit because my light's flashing a little bit. That's what that I can see it flashing a little bit. It's the light, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, the cold has been our nemesis throughout this entire camp. Now, we did have an awesome meal, which I'm not going to talk about because I want you guys to watch the video. But of course, filming, both of us trying to film our videos in this kind of cold, man, it's not easy. We're still enjoying it. We're still having a good time, but just dealing with the cold and having to deal with how it's killing our batteries. I've had many nights there in a hot tent. Oh, nice. Fantastic. Yeah. We normally would be in a hot tent and kind of funny. We were just saying about how much we miss the hot tent because the hot tent is difficult to set up. And but once that's done, you can stay warm in it. You don't have to be outside. Now, obviously, we're in a vehicle. We can sit in the vehicle, but we wanted to be outside as much as we possibly could. So since we got here at around, I don't know, 3:30ish, we've been outside the whole time. And we're all set up to sleep in the car. We're all set up. But we cooked our dinner outside, and we're not pro car campers. We're pro hot tenters, I could say. Well, pro in the sense that we do it often and something that we enjoy and we're quite good at. Camping in general. But car camping is new to us. And you'll see in the video what we did this time around to adjust to some of the problems that we had with sleeping in a vehicle, how we had to make some changes and adjustments for the pair of us to sit in the vehicle or sleep in the vehicle rather. So I prefer to camp in the winter. Once you've used a hot tent, it is pretty hard to use any other shelter. I agree with that. Liam and I were just talking about that. We love the hot tent, But we wanted to do something different because we normally are out in a hot tent and we camp frequently. We wanted to do something different in the winter. And so here we are, car camping. It is definitely different. It's much harder than what we actually thought it was going to be. But at the same time, we've done this once before, but it was March and it wasn't cold. It was 0 to 5 degrees when we did this the time before. And you can check it out on that camp, which was almost a year ago, on Liam's channel or my channel. It's in there somewhere. So it'd be around March of 2024. I believe that's when we did that. So like I said, we're not pro car campers. We're just adjusting to what's being thrown at us, but we're still trying to stay positive. And I decided I still want to do my live stream and say hello to you guys and let you know that we are out and we're struggling a little bit with the cold and whatnot. But you know what? Our plan is that once we get, oh, Liam just turned the opened the door and the lights came on. Now it's a lot brighter in here. Once we get in here for the night, we're going to crank the heat up for a little bit. I don't think the buddy heater is going to work in here. It's too small of a space. Plus, the buddy heater that I have is a fairly good size one. It's the buddy heater that's, you know how they come in different sizes. I used to have the really small round one, but I can't find it. I don't know where it went. It seemed to have disappeared and I can't find it. That probably would have worked in here, but the one that I have currently, it's a bit too big. And the problem is that trying to find a position for it that's not burning our faces or burning our bodies and damaging the seats of the car is a difficult situation. When I started winter camping, I took a course at Frontenac Provincial Park. I built and slept in a Quincy. Wow, that's unbelievable. Yeah, I've never taken a course. I've been camping my whole life. I'm almost 60 years old. It's just something that I've always done. And of course, I got Liam involved in this. We didn't video back then, but when Liam was 6, first time camping, he hated it. He tolerated it. He would go with me only twice a year. But back in those days, it wasn't his thing. Now, of course, he loves it, and we're out as frequently as possible. Let's say hello to Timothy. Good evening from Michigan, Timothy. Thank you very much for joining us, Michigan. Yeah, I watch. There's a YouTuber that I watch frequently. I think he's from Michigan. I'm pretty sure he camps quite a bit in Michigan, so I'm assuming he's from Michigan. Sam Bananas, he's great. I was watching him earlier today, actually, before I came out here. It's funny how the group, if you want to call it, of campers, we're all connected. If I go on Hammock Mountains live streams, and Tony from Random Adventures shows up, Dick in the Mud or Dirt in the Mud. Yeah, I think it's Dick in the Dirt. That's it. I think he shows up, and Northwest Wind will show up, and it's a community, and it's really awesome. And Timothy Rondo here shows up, and Be Willin shows up. So I appreciate you guys. Absolutely. It's funny, though, if I open this door here for 1 second. Oh, Liam's opening the door. He's coming back in. You can see me a lot better, but hopefully you can still see me even when the door's closed with my tiny little light I got here. But I noticed that when we were cooking, it was actually still, I'm not going to tell you what the meal we had was. You'll have to check the video out, but we actually had a great meal. It was really awesome, despite the fact that, we were sitting out in that cold, but the fire was really nice. Had the buddy heater beside me as well. Still cold, but we had a great meal and we're having a great night. It's unbelievably dark here and unbelievably cold, but we're thriving. But Timothy, thank you very much for saying hello, and Be William, thanks very much for all your comments too. Excellent. We got 7 people in here now. Thanks very much for all of you. Let me know where you guys are from. Say hello, the rest of you. Timothy and Bewillen have said hello. Is there anybody else that would like to say hello or ask us any questions or comments or anything? Please feel free. Now, if you don't want me to put your comment up on the screen, just let me know. I won't. I'll just read your comment and leave it at that. I just got a iPhone, battery is low. Look at that. Even in the car, this thing is giving me a problem. Is your phone charged up at all, Liam? No? Liam's still having problems with his phone too. Man, it's been difficult for us with these phones. So if I cut out, you guys will know what happened. The phone died. But I'm hoping that I can at least talk to you guys for a few minutes more before the phone dies, because I really, really wanted to do this live stream and say hello to everybody and anyone that wanted to say hello to us. We usually have a fairly good group of people that come in here and join us. So it's always awesome to talk to people and get other people's input into things, really cool. So usually the warning that I get is at about 20%. So I probably got a couple minutes, maybe. But with this cold, I mean, it's warming up. The car is obviously warming us up. And I should be able to stay on here longer than I think, because the phone's not going to be affected by as much cold because of the car heating up. So, all right, be willing. I'm a short distance from you along the 401, about 50 kilometers east of Toronto. Okay. Yeah, that's not too far at all. I'm passed by that area frequently. So yeah, that's great. Excellent. Anybody else want to let me know where they're from? Feel free to do so. Say hello. Well, that's fine. We've one thing about live streams is you just don't know what's going to happen. It's live. Now, I'm very familiar with the whole live thing. For those of you that don't know, I work as a professional musician, and whenever you're on stage performing, anything can happen live. Anything. I've broken bass drum heads playing live. Sticks break. Sometimes I'm playing along with a click track and backing tracks, and they go down. I mean, anything can happen when you're live. A tip for your batteries is to use a power bank with cable and keep it in your inside jacket pocket. You know what? I normally do that. I did not bring one this time. Excellent tip. I normally do that. I forgot to bring it this time. As a matter of fact, I think the reason I forgot was my daughter borrowed it, and because it wasn't in front of me, so to speak, around the house, because she borrowed it and it was probably in her room. So yeah, very good tip. I made a rookie mistake and forgot to bring it this time. So the Jackery is our best friend tonight. Liam's trying to charge his phone right now as we speak. Unbelievable. So what I was saying about performing live is that things don't always go as you plan when you're performing live. I mean, microphones die, equipment fails, mistakes happen, anything can happen. But what I've learned is to roll with that. And I always tell my drum students, because I teach about 50 students a week, I tell all my students that when you're performing and something goes wrong, the audience probably won't even notice it's going wrong until you let them know. So by reacting, stopping, making faces, this sort of thing will give away the fact that you are struggling, or there's been a mistake or something like that. Something's gone wrong. So to avoid that, I tell all my students, when you're performing live, if something goes wrong, you carry on. So that's what I'm doing here tonight. I'm taking my own advice and, even with things going wrong, we are carrying on. And I really appreciate you guys. I've also used a hand warmer pack stuck to the back of my phone. It works in a pinch. I just did that. As a matter of fact, just before I unplugged the phone, because it was charging before I came in here to do this live stream, this charger, we've been struggling with the charger as well, where it's charging, it's working, but it's just that the car is, even the inside of the car when it's off is so cold that the charger is just really slow. We're struggling with it. So literally 10-15 minutes prior to this live stream, I got the idea, exactly what you're suggesting, to put a hand warmer on the phone and the charger, like on top of the charger, sitting on the phone. And it helped. It definitely helped. And I'm going to do it again as soon as I'm done this live stream. Timothy, I missed the temperature. It's about -15, I think. With wind chill, I think it's -17 or 18, something like that. It's supposed to drop down even cooler overnight. So we're not going to run any heat in here. Like I said, I just don't have the space in here. It's tight and it's cramped to run the buddy heater. So in the morning, we're going to turn the car on to warm up. But overnight, we're just going to be wearing our hats, our jackets. We got our hand warmers, and we're going to get into our sleeping bags and just bundle ourselves right up. Be willing. Most lithium batteries won't charge below 0. You're right. Yeah. I mean, it's been working, but it's been a struggle. It has been a struggle, no doubt about that. I can remember watching a video, and Steve Wallace was out in like -35 degrees, and he was complaining about the exact same thing, that all his lights and batteries and everything were dying. I mean, that's extreme cold when you're out there. Now, when we're in the hot tent, we don't have this problem because it's quite warm in the hot tent. We run the stove, and with the stove running, it's 20 degrees in the tent, so we don't run into this problem as nearly as what we've been running it into it in this particular camp. But it is what it is. So we're just moving along. But I do appreciate you guys joining me, even though I've got a slight cold. I was debating about even coming out to do this camp because I was struggling with not feeling great today. But you know what? I had to do it. I really debated about not coming out just because of this cold. Been sneezing a lot, runny nose, all that sort of thing. But I didn't want to disappoint Liam. And we planned this for quite some time. So we wanted to get out. So here I am. A little bit under the weather, but I'm still out here and I'm still doing my thing. So Liam and I are going to be doing some more different camps. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing any more hot tent camping this particular season. We're not sure. Anything can happen. But at this particular time, our plan is to do some different things. That's why we did this car camp, and probably into March. We're hoping to get a couple of camps in March, and we're hoping to do something different at those camps as well. And then, of course, once we get into April, then we're back to the weather being nicer, and we're back into what would be considered warmer weather camping, and we're probably not going to be in the hot tent. We're probably going to be in a normal tent, or maybe a vehicle like this, or who knows. We're thinking about many different things that we're going to do that are different. We're even thinking about, which we are probably going to do, I'm not going to talk about it too much, but we've got a very special camp that we're planning in March. I'm not going to get into it. You guys are going to have to stay tuned. We got another camp planned, something we've only done once or twice before. Yeah, twice before, eh, Liam?
Once or twice.
Once or twice, yeah. And we're going to try it again. So it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to give you guys any information other than that because I want you to tune in. You know, it's funny because I really enjoy these live streams while I'm camping. In the past, I just did live streams at home, but there's something special about doing a live stream while you're actually at the camp. And I've seen so many other guys do this as well. So I've done it now, I think 3 or 4 times, and I've really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this a lot. So at least I'm keeping my, I'm not sneezing or anything. I look at this. I think I got a box of Kleenexes right over here. Yes, I do. I do. I think I have a box of Kleenexes there ready to go just in case, but so far so good. But I don't want to curse myself. Anyways, I also want to say to any of you guys that are hockey fans, I'm a huge hockey fan. I was so thrilled about Team Canada's victory over the USA the other night. That was a fantastic game. I really enjoyed that. Connor McDavid from Marner. And I was complaining about Marner earlier in the day and the day before the game about how, you know, he's got to up his game. And he came through. I mean, the guy can pass the puck, you know, unbelievably. So he made a couple of great plays to get some nice goals and, of course, set up that overtime winner. Just fantastic. So anyways, guys, this was just going to be a quick live stream. If you want to ask me anything or say a comment, now is the time, because I am going to be shutting this down, and we're going to go have some, probably have some hot chocolate or something. Have you done any backcountry winter camps where you hauled in your gear on a toboggan, at least far enough from your car where it was inconvenient to run back? Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, we did 2 or 3 camps ago at Killarney. We had to haul all our gear in. That was an excellent camp. We loved it. Hauling the gear in and out was very difficult. It was not easy, but we did enjoy it. Yeah, the backcountry winter camps are really, they're awesome. There's an amazing part of those camps. Obviously, the hauling of the gear in and out is not easy, but yeah, we've done those, and very enjoyable. Thanks very much for your comment. That was awesome. Killarney, if you get a chance to go camping in Killarney, beautiful place there. Timothy, spending time with your son makes memories, and the cold with the runny nose, you'll look back and laugh. Yes, thank you very much. That's absolutely right. I really enjoy spending time like this with my son, and he really, really enjoys it too. So, deported to Canada, my man. Yay, bug season coming up. Yes, bug season is going to be coming up. Now, the funny thing is about one of the joys of winter camping is no bugs. But it's kind of funny because winter camping, of course, is freezing cold. When you camp in the summer, the bugs can be super annoying and they can be a pain. But what's worse, bugs, freezing cold? Probably the freezing cold, honestly. But anyways, thank you very much. Okay, guys, I can tell that I'm going to start sneezing soon. I think it's time for me to cut this out. I'm just going to take a couple more here. One of the 3 B's of winter camping: no bugs, no bears, and no bodies. 100% correct. And that is exactly why we love winter camping. As a matter of fact, I do have to tell you guys, when we're not at the campsite that we were planning to. Now, you don't book this campsite, you just show up. But we know the campground, so we knew exactly which site we wanted. We were originally going to do 133. So we come in, we pay, we drive to 133. There's nobody here hardly at all. But guess what's right beside us from 134? Well, 6 people, 4 cars. Actually, somebody was actually parking their vehicle in our campsite. And we were like, what? You got to be kidding me. And we just didn't want to have to listen to the noise. Plus, it's hard to film when there's other people around making noise and making things difficult. So we decided, let's go and find another spot. So now we're at 122, and it's a great spot. We're really enjoying it here. Absolutely. Yeah. And as far as bears go, well, I'm terrified of bears. So yes, I love the fact that there's no risk of any bears. Backcountry camping in the summer, there's always that danger of bears, and I don't like bears. I go out of my way to de-bear my campsite or unbear my campsite, whatever you want to call it. I want to make sure that no bears come around at all, or even get wind of wanting to come around, or get an idea of coming around. And there's lots of little tricks that you can do to keep the bears away. One of the most important things is do not eat food in your tent. Hugely important. If the bears are up and around, even you eat in your tent, even if you take all the stuff out afterwards and you put your garbage in your car, whatever, the scent of the food is in the tent. You might not smell it. Our nose is nothing compared to a bear, but a bear can smell it freaking miles away. It's ridiculous. Winter camping, of course, you can eat in your tent because the bears are not out, so it's perfect. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut this now. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for all the questions. And deported to Canada, let me know when you want to pick up that Tim Connolly drums gear. I still got that stuff there at home waiting for you, so just let me know when you want to pick it up. You have a separate cooking area from your tent and a third location to hang your food bag. 100%. Yep, this guy knows what he's talking about. This is a guy that's obviously been out camping in many seasons, and he knows what you have to do to be safe. So I take this man's advice. Very good. And yes, deported to Canada will do. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, I'm going to cut this out now. Thanks very much for watching. See ya.